Hi guys! Woo! What's up guys, favorite mythic the Siren Sims, back at it again with another video. Now, we are going to deviate from regularly scheduled programming. Don't worry, Cast Cartoons is still coming. I even filmed for 2 of people's favorite characters last night, so it's coming. I just have a couple editing chops to do. But I wanted to deviate and talk about something. I know these videos don't usually get a lot of views on my channel except for the one I talked about The Sims 4, so we're going back into that. This is not going to be negative, don't worry. I just wanted to broach a topic of conversation, which is that it's okay to be negative sometimes as long as you're not hurting people, because sometimes negativity is reality. And so I wanted to talk about a few things regarding the Sims community, okay? There's been a lot of discourse on Twitter for the last 5 months straight where there's been issue after issue after issue after issue, and it's okay, there's been issue after issue after issue, but some people are it doesn't matter, they're doing what they have to do with the game, blah blah blah, and they're getting upset with people who are calling out the issues. I need people to understand that it's okay for people to complain about something that they're spending money on. And please don't say, oh, some of you guys are pirating it, so you don't even have... Come on. You and I both know, right? You and I both know with all honesty that the people who are complaining, for the most part, are literally the people who are buying the game. The people who pirated are actually in the minority, and they don't usually come on Twitter and complain. Even if they do have complaints, they usually just agree in the comments of YouTube. They don't go on Twitter and go on tirades. I feel it's really weird that people aren't allowed to complain about something that they bought. He's bro, what? I saw a black simmer post that, she might just come off Twitter because it's way too negative. And then someone who just started following her was yeah, I just got into the community and I low-key kind of regret getting into it. I miss playing the game by myself, because when I was playing the game by myself, there wasn't this much negativity. I'm well, duh, because you didn't know anything. There's so much more that I've learned about The Sims 3 from watching a lot of Sims 3 YouTubers and getting into community. There are some problems that I thought were normal that I realized were actually glitches that need to be fixed, that even could be fixed, most of them, right? So anything seems normal if you're cocooned away and you don't know any better, so for me it's that's sad that you think this thing is negative. They're just calling out the facts. If the things that they're calling out is tiring you, sure, take a break or block a few people who always complain. But making your own comments saying how you're sick and tired of people complaining, what is that supposed to do? Make people stop complaining? The people who are complaining are not going to see your code and be damn, maybe we're affecting the people who don't care about progress and we should just stop complaining. Let me take that back. It's not that they don't want progress. It's just that, unfortunately, these people are okay with taking the spoils of the people that complain, and then they will later complain the people complain too much. Oops. Get mad at me if you want to. What do I mean by that, right? Let's say someone complains so much. The Simian, right? She does a lot of realistic stuff. I don't always agree with what she says, especially when it comes to The Sims 3. But when she's talking about The Sims 4, she said what she said, right? People will say she complains too much. But she said, and she's right, if it wasn't for her calling things out and complaining, you wouldn't have gotten some of the updates, free or otherwise, that you had received. So it's people will go off all day. You guys are complaining so much. Look at everything that's happening. It's yeah, you're getting all of these changes because people are complaining. Think about how old The Sims 4 is at this point. You really think that birthmarks and stretch marks and all that, either they've never thought of that, bro, either they would it was always in the plan to drop it a decade later. Come on. They're doing this because people are pressuring them. And so they're doing things to shut people up. Sorry, to pacify people. I feel like it should be okay for people to complain. Because when they complain, things happen. Mostly positive. The Sims isn't a vindictive franchise like, oh, they're complaining, so let's break their game on purpose. Like, no. They're either going to make changes to make people happy, or they're just not going to do anything about it. So either way, it's a win-win. People are winning off the spoils of the people who are deciding to advocate for the betterment of this game. So please don't complain that people are complaining about. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, that's one thing. But I want to talk about something else as well. The whole PC versus console thing. But I want to talk about it from another angle before I go to full PC versus console. I saw someone say that, like, if you spent like $1,000 on a Sims game, you can buy a better laptop. Now, this is in regards to the Sims team saying, which, in my opinion, I didn't have an issue with what they said because I thought it was interesting. I thought it was pretty cool that they had those people in mind. They were saying how they were only going to have a limited amount of lots, so that people on lower games could lower specs PCs could run the game. Now, I know that for some people that was like terrible to hear, and I'm gonna talk about why I actually understand that and what I think the Sims team should do. But someone made a complaint that, like, hey, if you got money to play The Sims, The Sims is not a casual game. Direct quote, The Sims is not a casual game. You pay over $1,000 for it, you should be able to get a gaming laptop. So that way people don't have to lower themselves just to suit you. And I've heard things like this before, like when there was the whole piracy debate and people were discussing how don't pirate the game, people work so hard on it. If you can't afford The Sims, then don't play it. And that triggered me personally, not because I pirate, but because it's like, I remember when I first started my channel, I'm at over 300, thank you guys so much. And the person was telling me, like, oh, if I was in a Discord, I'm not going to say which one because it wasn't that Discord creator's fault, it was somebody within their Discord, and I was, promoting my videos back way before I had even 100 subscribers, and the person, I was playing in Midnight Falls, one of my prettiest Sims ever. I should really go try and see if I can pick up that save if I didn't delete it. But the person said, it's so dark, which is stupid because it's Midnight Falls. The aesthetic is darkness, supernatural. It's a supernatural world, right? So, of course it was dark. I didn't understand or reshade or anything like that, but from what I heard about it, it caused a lot of lags and issues, especially if you didn't have a good computer. You see my specs down below. Somebody please tell me if my specs mean I have a good computer or not, because I don't think I do. Personally, I don't think I do have a good computer. So I was just like, they were like, you should use something to lighten up your screen. So they gave me the idea of windowless mode or minimizing the screen so the lights. I was like, okay, thanks for that. I don't really do borderless, so whatever. And they were just like getting on me for the lighting of the game, saying I should just do reshade. And I'm like, I can't do reshade. My computer is not good enough for that. Now, in all reality, I didn't know my computer wasn't good enough for that. I just knew my computer was not a gaming computer. It wasn't a high-end computer. So I figured I can't do that. I'm glad that my game is working as it is. I don't want to push it. The person was like, well, if you can't do reshade and your computer isn't good enough, then you should just stop making videos until you get a computer that can run the game with all the fixes you need to make it look brighter. Mind you, if I'm playing in Sunset Valley, the lighting isn't a problem because it's not a dark world. But I'm playing in Midnight Falls or Midnight Hollow or whatever the name of that world is. And This is the problem. So it triggered me because it reminded me that people really don't care about other people's circumstances. They just care that, hey, if I can do this, you should be able to do this. And if you can't do it, that just means you're not in the right place in life. And you just need to do better. And to me, it's like, what? What? That really affected me at the time. It made me really angry. I think I spoke about it in a video a very long time ago. But it's like, don't tell me to stop. It took me so long to get the courage to make a channel like this, only for this person to tell me to stop because the lighting in a dark world wasn't up to par without reshade. I ended up using reshade later and figured out it could work, but that was because I felt like I wasn't good enough. Like, my journey to using reshade wasn't even a good one. It was just like me feeling like I don't want people to hate me because my lighting is dark, nigga. And it's crazy because when you watch YouTube, there are all types of people who get all types of views with all types of different types of equipment. You know, it's not just the people who have good equipment and perfect editing all the time that get views. So I just want you guys to know that, like, don't let these people affect you. These weirdos that think that you need to have everything right before you can post something, or you need to have everything right if you want to play this game, and that it's a casual game, meaning that it's a luxury. The Sims is a luxury. Yes and no. Yes, meaning anything that you have to buy that isn't cheap is a luxury. But considering that they're trying to make this game accessible for everybody, like the base game is free now, that means it's not a luxury anymore. Okay, the Sims 4 base game is free now, so this is not a luxury. It's not. I really need people to stop being so terrible and selfish and think about other people for like 5 seconds. Just think about other people for just 5 seconds. It doesn't hurt. It's not gonna hurt you. I swear it's not gonna hurt you. Like, hearing them tell people that if they can't afford a gaming laptop, they should just shut up. Nigga, are you serious? We should be directing the blame at EA. Don't direct the blame at the consumers that have valid criticisms, or that one time EA actually cared about the consumers. Now, unpopular opinion, right? With the lots thing, I know a lot of people were upset about that, but I actually respected them for taking those people into consideration. Are they right about it? Not completely, but their heart's in the right place for once. So, to tell people that they are not able to buy what they need to buy, and so they just need to be quiet, that's just a terrible thing to say. So what I would prefer for people to do is just to have a little bit of compassion and empathy. Like, it's not that hard. It's not that hard at all. It's really not that hard. Be empathetic. There are probably a lot of people that don't create and don't make videos and don't come on YouTube that would be so interesting all across the board, Sims 2, 3, and 4. But we don't get to see them because other people tell them to pipe down. I hate it. I hate it. This is what I don't like. This is the negativity that I don't like. I don't mind people complaining that EA needs to do better. What I mind is people telling other simmers that they're too poor or their systems are not good enough. If the game can run on the system, it's good enough. What? And also, if you want a Jack Sparrow, I don't mind, cause this game costs a lick. It costs a lick. And sometimes people just want to relax and do what they gotta do. So, in any case, short video discussing some of the topics in The Sims 4 that's been going on, because there's always some drama going on. If you guys want to hear my thoughts in other drama, let me know. Other drama, Sims related, let me know. I can, maybe once a week I'll do a little, what's going on community type video, If you're excited for The Sims 4, let me know. I know it's not my type of game, but we live, we learn, and we do whatever. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, my sire. Sue.